right, boys and girls, we're going to be reading The Dot, and this is by Peter H. Reynolds. He's a first grade teacher, and this story could have happened. It's realistic fiction. That means that the characters in this story, they act like real people, and the things that happen in this story, they could really happen. And this is in our Grade 1, Unit 6, Journeys Anthology. This is Lesson 26. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read it together, and we'll look at some words along the way. The dot. Before we turn the page, I want us to look at this word. Teacher. That's going to be on the next page. And this says blank, like a blank sheet of paper. See if you can read it with me when we get to it. There's also the word bear. All right, let's go ahead and read this next page together. I will track with my finger and you track with your eyes and read along with me. Your motor should be running. Look at her. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashti. I just can't draw. Okay, something I want to note. Over here where it says she was glued to her chair, do you think she was really glued to her chair? No, that's figurative language. Glued to her chair just means she's just sitting there and she won't get out of it. Everyone else left, but it's like she's glued to her chair, but it's figurative language. Let's go ahead and turn the page. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There! So she went. Oh, let's read these three words before we do this page. Studied. This I-E spells the long E sound. Studied. Studied. This says pushed. Oh, the ED makes the T sound in this word. Pushed. Toward. Toward. There it is right there. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, "Now sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. There she is. She's not having a good attitude, is she? Let's have a look at the words on this page. Big words. What does that one say? You've seen this word before. That says surprise. And this says surprised. Above. The A makes the sound. The O says the sound. This word does not follow the rules. Above. Above. Like there is a ceiling above my head. And this word says swirly. Just like this. This is swirly. Ooh. See that? Swirly. The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. So here's her teacher's desk. Look. It was the little dot she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in swirly gold. So when something twists and turns, like these lines are twisting and turning and sort of making shapes, that's swirly. Humph, I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Oh. Vashti painted and painted. A red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Oh, so blue and yellow make green. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colors. I think that looks a lot better than her original painting, don't you? That's my opinion anyway. I think it looks much better. This word says even. We'll see how it's used over here. It says, if I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Whoa, look how big this piece of paper is. It's like twice as tall as she is. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. So this is what you call negative space. There's nothing in it. But over here, she painted all around it, and it still created a dot where she did not paint anything. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Now, right there where they said it made quite a splash, it doesn't mean that they're splashing things on the people. It just means it's a big hit. People like it and they're noticing it. Okay. She's proud of her dots. She has a good attitude. Look at that. She even has a little sculpture with dots. Okay, this word says noticed. When you see something, when you look at something, you notice it. And this says noticed. The ED makes the T sound. Noticed. Gazing. When you gaze at something, you look at it for a long time. Like if you gaze up at the stars at night, you're looking at them for a long time. Gazing. And this word on the page, on these pages will say straight. Like it's not curvy, it's not curling, it doesn't bend, it's just straight. Straight. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. There's his line. He couldn't draw straight. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. You see that curvy mark? That's his squiggle that he made. And then she said, oh, by the way, this says squiggle. And then she said, sign it. Oh, so she's copycatting her teacher, and now maybe he's going to be an artist. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Bye-bye.